On play action, here's Jackson. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. One more time with Moss. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
On 1, ready? Here we go.
They'll run. It's Moss. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Zach Moss. Touchdown, Bengals. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now the Ravens' big-ticket free agent acquisition. It's Derrick Henry. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. We're going to go right back to Henry. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
3rd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Oh, that's swung out wide and intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, They turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, a loose football. The Bengals have got it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
Here we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11.
They'll give up the middle to Moss. And he gets this one down inside the 10, but it will set up 3rd and goal.
Gun. Cut. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 Thomas.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long.
11 MT tank.
They'll run here with Brown. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal. 4th down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. This, about as short as you can get. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. Hardy now with the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that 3rd down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Henry. Henry rumbles to the 1st down and more. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
1st down run here by Henry, and he signed with the Ravens this offseason. I mean, you think back to that run he had with the Titans, Mike, over the last 6 seasons, over 8,200 yards, 80 touchdowns. I mean, one of the most productive backs we've seen in a long time. Now it's kind of scary to think he gets to join Lamar Jackson in this Baltimore backfield.
Oh, after the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out. The Bengals have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That's to the right side for Burton. They get 10 yards on the hook up there, and the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
To say this group has started strong here in the 1st quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level, they could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play at... They need 8 as they come up for third down.
Got 11, Thomas. Got.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is the tight end, Sample. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. Seems like they got a little lazy. They got locked in on maybe 1 or 2 of the offensive targets. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Here's a 2nd and 6. A carry here for Brown. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. And he'll have the first down at the 26. So good job on the ground to keep this drive rolling.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a gain.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Burrow working in the pistol. And this will be incomplete. Jermaine Burton, the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
Here we go.
Third down and 9. Back to throw, Burrow. That is brought in at the 10. And he's in. John Mechie. Touchdown, Cincinnati. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Justice Hill to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down, Jackson. That's taken in. It's Tez Walker. Still on his feet. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the 1st round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there.
Ready? Gun. Dot.
They motion the slot man left.
Dot.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. That's caught left side by Burton. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down.
Nice 1st down catch there by Jermaine Burton. And we asked the Bengals coaches, Mike, we said, how does he fit into what is an already very elite, crowded wide receiver room here in Cincinnati? They said, we think he fits in really well. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. Now, all of a sudden, we have a guy that also tracks the ball. Very good with the run after catch. Run good with the ball in his hands. And remember, the last 2 years at Alabama, he led the team in receiving. So this is a guy that has big playability. And with those 2 superstars in his room, I still think there's a lot of opportunity for him to have a good breakout rookie season.
Here we go.
1st and 10.
Dot.
Now Brown. He fumbled the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
Down the left sideline. And he will go all the way. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. Got.
Here's Brown. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Nate Wiggins up to make the tackle.
Here we go.
Second down and 8.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Odafe Owe bursting in and recording the sack. Third and long.
11, 11, 11.
Burrow now. To the left side. Caught by Chase. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down. The Bengals out and ready to punt. Deep for the Ravens, it's Deontay Hardy. This brought in out past the 20. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Jackson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And third down coming up. Catch made there, left side by Walker. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Baltimore.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Jackson looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen to Mitchell. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield. Jackson from the gun on third down. And they're into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26-yard line.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This one from 43 yards away. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens are able to get it back within a score. So, halftime here in Cincinnati, and the Bengals are on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now, Burrow. They'll try to set up the screen with Moss. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Thomas.
Another try with Moss.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They go once more with Moss. And he's going to pick up the first down. He'll get down to the 15-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On one, ready?
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Moss. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. Twelve.
On the ground, this is Moss. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
The tackle by Ravens Bengals. A 2-yard pickup.
On one, ready?
3rd and 6.
11.
They'll send their tight end left.
Stop.
Burrow to throw.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that one is caught to the goal line and in. Tez Walker. Touchdown, Ravens. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This fielded at about the 9. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Slot man in motion right. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Michael Pierce there to meet him.
Here we go.
They face second down and 7.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. God.
Play action now. It's Burrow. Down the field, he's got Burton. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
They'll run with Moss. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Gun.
Here's second and 2. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
I'm fine, ready?
Here now, third and 5. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a fourth down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down.
11.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That one taken in by Burton. And he's going to have the Bengals first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on fourth down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Here we go.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. To throw is Burrow. This is caught at the 2. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Zach Moss, touchdown Bengals. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. On is McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Taking off.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the 1st down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now on 2nd down. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Third and short, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. 1st down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Ravens 1st down. Play action now. Jackson. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Jackson up top again. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here we go.
Running from the pistol, it's Brown. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
Gun.
Second and a yard.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Here's a handoff to Moss. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On the move left is Moss. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here we go.
This defense in desperate need of a stop, and here comes third down.
Stop.
To throw is Burrow. Open man is Mechie. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
11 MT. Stop.
Here's Moss. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is third down.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Here we go.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down.
Stop.
Burrow now. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's first and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On first and 10, Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Catch made there, left side by Walker. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. They'll drop to throw. And he's not going to get away. They track him down. Here's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Baltimore.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Bateman is the motion man. A 1st down throw for Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. To the air one more time with Jackson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. His 2nd grab on this drive. Good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Again, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points. Mike, he got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Now the Ravens use their 1st timeout. And the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. So here it is, 4th down and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's in the end zone and intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Gun.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow takes a knee, and that ought to just about do it. So it's a win here in